Ma dov'è? Dov'è andata? Ah, at last. Well, I must say you've taken your time. You stop and had a cup of tea, I suppose. Well, give me my knitting then. You left me sitting here, twiddling my thumbs. You know I like to keep my fingers busy. They can be active, even if my legs can't. June, sit down and don't stand over me like some bird of prey. It didn't occur to you to bring my reading glasses, I suppose. You are getting very forgetful, June, you know that? I am supposed to be the old lady. This doesn't match. I said it didn't. I told you the number, but you forgot to write it down or lost it, more likely. Oh, if only I could get out at about myself. I don't exactly run you off your feet, June. My needs are reasonable, I would say, for someone in my position. We have a frugal way of life, heaven knows. And sometimes I wonder why there is all this scrimping and saving. You've got my widow's pension, and now your state allowance, and so what do we do with it all, I ask myself. I'd like to see your bank account one day, my girl. And I expect I'll get a surprise. Oh, some daughters talk to their mothers, especially when they've only got each other and one is virtually housebound. A bit of chat wouldn't go amiss. I am knitting this for you, June, you know?
Mother, why did you do it?
What? What are you talking about?
When I went back to the house just now, I had a little accident.
An accident?
I knocked something over. Broke something accidentally.
How clumsy, June. What have you broken, for heaven's sake?
I broke the blue vase. The vase fell to the floor and shattered, Mother. And do you know what fell out of it?
No. No.
I think you do.
Blue vase? Blue vase?
The blue vase that has stood on the stand in the dark corner of the sitting room for as long as I can remember. The blue vase with the Chinese pattern that you once said was rather valuable and not to be handled or moved unnecessarily. How many years has it stood there? Well, it's lying on the floor now, Mother, and its contents were rather a surprise to me, as you can imagine.
June.
Yes, Mother?
June!
Yes?
June, I can't think what you could have found in the vase.
Then I'll tell you, Mother. Letters, date-stamped 20 years ago. And do you know who they were addressed to? Me, Mother. 7 of them in all. 7 unopened airmail letters.
In the blue vase, you say?
Stuffed down in the blue vase. Could have been there for all time. Is that what you hoped for?
June!
You led me to believe he never wrote.
But
How did you manage to waylay the post? I looked for a letter. Oh, God knows I looked for a letter. How did you manage it? Oh, but you were spry in those days. Not like now. What, did it happen easily the first time? You found it on the mat by chance, and that gave you the idea?
It was never easy.
I don't suppose it was later either. You must have had to lurk and scheme and plot to get to the letters before I saw them. My letters, Mother! If I'd had any suspicion, you would never have brought it off. But it never crossed my mind. Never.
I did it for your own good.
Oh, Mother.
He was wrong for you.
Don't.
I had to take some action.
So why didn't you just destroy the letters? Why did you hide them away? Because deep down inside you knew it was a wicked thing you were doing. But you might just as well have torn them up and burnt them and destroyed them completely, because you certainly destroyed my life.
I didn't mean to do that, June.
Oh, Mother, don't tell me you don't know what he meant to me. 7 letters he wrote. I have them here.
I never opened them, June.
Should I say thank you for that? Well, I've opened them, Mother, and I've just read them. 20 years late. You know, if you had opened them, and if you had read them, you couldn't have kept them from me. Not even you. Look at me, Mother. Do you want to know what was in them?
No.
Well, I'll tell you just the same. Don't worry, I won't read you the loving parts.
He didn't love you.
Oh, Mother, he loved me more than ever I could have ever hoped for. He loved me and he sent for me. See, look at this first letter, full of hopes and plans for us. There's even money in it.
Money?
Yes, money for my fare to Australia. He kept his word. He sent for me. But I didn't reply. How could I? I never got his letter, did I? And so he wrote again and again. See the letters, each more desperate and bewildered. The last one is so short and so hurt and so utterly despairing. Read it, Mother!
I can't see. You know I can't see.
Oh, you can see all right when it suits you.
June, don't speak to your mother like that.
I think you've lost any claim on me in that respect.
So, why didn't he ever telephone you? Have you thought about it?
Didn't he? I wonder. I'll believe anything of you now.
He did not telephone you.
Perhaps not. He was no more self-confident than me. When I didn't reply, he must have thought it was just a passing fancy as far as I was concerned. Did you say anything to feed that thought before he left, Mother? Tell him I was very young and changeable by nature? Did you? Did you?
He couldn't have given you the sort of life you deserved.
And that's what I've had, you think? Perhaps you're right. I should have followed my heart and somehow tracked him down. It must have been possible, maybe through Australia House or something. But I just accepted that he'd gone back to his own country and picked up the threads of his old life and forgotten me. It was so easy for me to believe it. You knew just the right hints and remarks to make, Mother. It was so easy for me to accept that it had just been a temporary affair. That's how I came to see it, with your help, Mother.
That's all it was. He was just using you.
Oh, Mother, don't tempt me to read you every word of these letters. He loved me, no question, and I broke his heart.
June, I didn't want to be left alone. I didn't want you to go away. I thought you would meet some nice young man who would take care of us both.
Simple as that. Well, I didn't I? I didn't want anyone else. There wasn't anyone else.
That's nonsense. Of course there was.
Well, even if there was, I could never have trusted them. My faith was wrecked for good, don't you see? Oh, but you do.
I didn't intend it.
No, it was just a convenient outcome then. I was all yours forever after that. There wasn't anything better I wanted to do with my life. So you had a permanent companion, and then later on a housekeeper, and a handmaid, and a cook, the lot!
I know you have always been a good daughter to me. Una brava ragazza.
Brava ragazza, I've been a damn idiot!
Oh, don't talk like that, June. You're not yourself. That's not my Junie.
Oh, shut up!
What are you going to do now?
I don't know. I think you've had as much of me as you have any right to expect under the circumstances.
But June, I need you more than ever now. I can't walk by myself. I can't manage in the house without help. You know I can't.
So you can't. Nevertheless.
You're not thinking of trying to trace him after all these years?
I hadn't thought of that, but it's an idea.
He must be married, with a wife, some children. You would make a fool of yourself.
Oh, Mother, it won't wash. I don't give a damn for anything you say anymore. Making a fool of myself is what I seem to have been doing for years and years and years. A real joke to myself.
What will you do? You are not thinking of moving out of the house and leave me.
No, I'm thinking of moving out of here and leaving you.
But you can't leave me here in a deck chair or on the front.
I don't see why not. Call out to a passerby. Someone is bound to stop eventually.
Suppose they don't. I can't walk. You know I can't.
So you can't. Use your stick.
Oh, your heart is as hard as a rock. I never thought it of you. I only wanted the best for you. I saved you from a hard, soul-destroying life.
Oh, Mother, no life could have been as soul-destroying as mine with you. I didn't see it before, but now it's all so clear.
Where will you go? You have no money.
I thought you believed I had. What about all I've been saving out of the housekeeping? Maybe I have got it all away. Thousands and thousands stashed away. I think I'll settle in the Bahamas.
I know you are joking now.
You think I have a joke left in me right now, Mother?
You'll get over this, dear. I don't think you realize what you have been saying. Go off on your own. You will soon see you need me too.
I need you? What for?
Company for one thing. Who else have you got? You won't like it in the cold, hard world. Take my word. You have no friends, June. You will be alone. Completely alone.
No, Mother. That's you, not me. I've been alone inside for years. I'll find no difference.
June, I feel ill.
So do I, Mother. I feel a great pain inside me. A pain made up of sadness, rage, disillusionment, and bitter regret. It's a worse pain than arthritis, Mother.
I think I'm going to faint.
Then I'd better be off before you do.
June, you're not a young girl anymore. There is no turning back the clock. You may walk to the end of the esplanade, but that's as far as you get.
I'm going, Mother. Addio.
June! Junie! You'll be back. I'll give you to the end of the esplanade, and then you'll be back.